I've been thinking about doing some short little videos from the place and sharing in a maybe a more intimate way the lifestyle here and kind of what comes from living in such a place as this. It never ceases to amaze me how we have 8 billion people on the planet and everybody lives in such different environments and feels at home or at peace in those environments. And I've always, since I was a little girl, really loved the forest, loved the woods. I used to run away there quite a bit when I was young. And I don't know, it was just always part of me. I don't have an answer for why. But I've made my life in the woods as much as possible. This morning I came up to put some hay out for the horses here on the hill. And I saw this amazing maple tree that is actually, yeah. It just was so inviting, and this little log was sitting here, and I thought to sit and enjoy this amazing morning. It's incredibly peaceful. I can hear the creek run down there, and the leaves are falling as I speak. And I think that it's about as perfect a place as I could imagine. And then I know that other people live in cities and towns, and then of course worldwide we have very intense, traumatic, and hazardous places in the world that people are, all they can do is survive. All they can do is retain their life. Peace isn't optional, at least not in the environment. So I'm very, very grateful for this life and my family, and my husband, and all my animals, and the space we get to live in. And what comes to me to visit about is choice. Is that we all have choices in every second, whether we know it or not. And it seems like we give that up so easily, so quickly. We give it up to this phantom. I called it recently in a post, phantom self. This idea and these thoughts of how things are supposed to be, or how we're supposed to be, or how others are supposed to be. And so many times we just limit choices because we see this or that. And horses have really been the catalyst for me. It's wonderful. The ravens are absolutely playing in the sky. Oh, wow. But we give up knowing that we have choices to begin with, that we can choose to respond to things differently rather than just react sensationally. And we can we can draw back and give it some time and see what evolves without our interaction. Maybe give something our attention, but not necessarily our action. And be aware and observant. And when I do that, especially with the horses, what is kind of a natural, organic outcome of that is that I bring the world closer into me. I am no longer limited by this is my paradigm and this is the way I see it, but I broaden that scope to bring in endless ideas and options. Just the act of not controlling even just a few minutes of the day. Earlier this morning, I was feeling tired and I was doing the barn chores and I was thinking about whether tired was going to be kind of the lifestyle of the 60s, my 60s. Am I going to have as much energy as I used to have? And these are the thoughts that were coming without realizing that I was thinking. They were just coming like the clouds come. And then I stopped and I thought, this particular sense of tired was only showing up when I thought about doing something. It was really an aha moment. I thought, if I don't think about doing something, I'm just here, standing here in the barn, and I don't do anything, there's no next moment. Am I tired? And I wasn't. It was really remarkable. And I just laughed out loud and I thought, how many times am I thinking I'm tired, but what I'm really doing is obsessing about the list of 10,000 things that I keep in my head that I think is coming next. And how much weight was lifted off of that moment when I just threw it all out and I just sat or stood in this case with, is this really tired? Am I tired? I think that the world is exhausted from its own, madness of mind. We're so busy, and even this, time change that everyone seems to talk about whenever it comes around, the time change, whether it's good or bad, or whether you're pro or con, or it seems like everybody has an opinion about it. But what if we just let go of time for just a moment and don't debate such things? Is there energy in that opportunity? Does it have to be good or bad? Does everything have to be good or bad? It's remarkable, absolutely remarkable, when we just let it be. Just let it be. Don't involve ourselves emotionally and intellectually, and just for a moment, you can pick it up again whenever you want to, but feel how it feels. And we can do this even while we're active. I love the quote I heard originally from Eckhart Tolle. He said, "Hurry slowly." And I do that with my horses as well. Like if I want my horse to go from walk to trot or trot to lope, their feet are going to move faster. But their mind doesn't have to move faster. And when I realized that, it's remarkable, because when their mind doesn't go faster, when their feet do, it's so smooth, so without resistance or force. They just move a little faster. And that is a great lesson that I have learned and apply often. If I have a lot of things to do, a list of 10,000 things, I say that, it seems that way sometimes, but I just focus on this thing. And then in the next moment, whatever comes, comes, and I focus on that thing. And then days like this, I had no intention to sit here and visit with you. I just came out on the hill to feed the horses. But this seemed like a good idea. The barn clothes and no makeup and old dirty hat. And it feels really good. I don't have to be a certain way to share who I am. In fact, to share who I am, I can't try to be. So, I hope you enjoyed this first very impromptu, spontaneous log chat. And I hope that you'll carry it with you throughout the day or beyond. And just reflect as you're moving about. Do I limit my choices? Am I trying to be? And when I hurry, is my mind frantic too? When I have to go fast, do I get caught up in my mind going fast as well? Can I hurry slowly? I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again, maybe in another spontaneous spot on the place. Thank you for all your love and support. I really appreciate my community. I'll see you later.